Audi A5 DTM Limited Series. Let's go. All right, so I already posted the video going over sort of the overview as usual with these new events, right? How much it's going to cost to meet the PR requirement, types of events that you will encounter along the way, and what the rewards are going to be. So if you're interested in that information, I'll have the link to that overview video in the description box below, so you can check that out, or I'll have all the relevant information in the description of this video itself. So the number wise, right? So if you're interested in checking out the numbers, you can look in the description below. But for now, let's slap on some upgrades and hit the track, shall we? All right. So we'll start with elimination, sure. All right, so we already know the upgrade scheme that is gonna get us to PR 75 that's required. So that is pretty much every category up to third stage except for body, which we only need 2. I mean, you could get the third, it's only Motorsport dollars, so not exactly a big deal, especially when you're maxed out and then some, like in my case. And the brakes we max out since there are only 3 stages available. Same for tires and wheels. So that is the total cost of 340 gold and just under 1.5 million Motorsport dollars to bring the car up to where it's gonna need to be to wrap up the series itself. Of course, you don't have to, in this particular limited series, you don't necessarily have to make the full commitment. You can just put the stage 1 Motorsport dollar upgrades only and get through tier 4 because it's possible. And then upon that, claim the 25% completion reward and just call it a day. That works too, because then you get to race this new car, pick up 5 gold along with some, I don't want to say 10,000 Motorsport dollars plus whatever you get to win in the first 4 tiers of racing. And of course the victory points, 750 victory points. So I know, not a whole lot, but you're not spending any gold either. So, and then I suppose you can wait for maybe a discount offer on this car before the round, this particular round goes away in a few months down the road. So will they offer discount offer on this car during that time? Possibly, you know, no one knows for sure, but the trend of the game is they generally do. I mean, you know, we get weekly, just about weekly discount on different cars throughout the game. So I have a feeling, you know, they'll give us something. And then once you purchase the car with a discount, then you can put the upgrades on the car with the discount and then complete the series to claim whatever like Motorsport dollar victory that you need to earn, or more importantly at that point you're probably going for the victory points to claim maybe additional gold rewards or something. Yeah. All right, it's down to one more elimination to survive. And yeah, pretty grippy little ride, as expected. After all, it is a race car. All right, so elimination pays out 11,800 Motorsport dollars, no matter where you race, because it's a timed event. Yeah, about 5.5 service bars taken out for the effort. All right, that's good enough for trophy number 1 out of 45 we need. So 1 down, 44 more to go. Let's continue on with the speed record at Circuit of the Americas. 203.7 kilometers per hour, I think is what I saw as the target to hit. So with the amount of upgrades I have on this car, tier 1 target should be a breeze. Will it be just as easy in some of the final tiers? Well, that is to be determined. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. But yeah, tier 1, pretty easy. And we'll try not to overdo it. So that way we can try to at least complete this limited series without spending more than what is absolutely necessary. All right. Keeping my eye on the speedometer so we keep the maximum that we already set as the winning score, so to speak. There we go. 800 fame points and 7,250 Motorsport dollars for a lap around the national circuit here in Austin. All right. Takes out another 3.5 service bars or so. And that is good for another gold trophy. So that is 2 down, 1 more to go to wrap up tier 1. 2 laps at Monza Junior course should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, some of these, like, if this were not in this like early tier limited series, but if you encounter this like really short races, sometimes it could be, those are some of the trickier races to win because you don't have time to catch up with the front of the pack, you know what I mean? Especially if it's like rolling start, then like that race can get pretty tricky. But with the limited series against flag bots, this should be a pretty standard affair. Nothing, I don't expect anything too tricky. As expected, we get to the front of the pack before we I think like maybe into the second corner, you know. So should be a pretty easy event. And while we are taking it easy, we can check out some different racing modes. Oops. So here's the bumper view. Chin to the tarmac. Inspect any potholes. All right, and oh yeah. We have the year 2012 written on the livery in case you ever forget what year this car is from. Alright, and let's check out the cockpit view. Alright, we did suffer some damage as I see the cracks in the windshield. Alright, is the passenger side completely blocked off in this car? Is that what that is? Because the passenger side view mirror looks awfully close. Huh. Weird. I don't think I'm driving in the middle of the car. It definitely looks like I'm on the left-hand side. The seat, that is. Huh. That looked really weird. Anyway, that's good enough for the gold trophy number 3, which means we get to wrap up this tier 1 and unlocks tier 2. So that'll do it for this video. So continuing on with the tier 2 in the next video, stay tuned. We'll see you there.